addiction creates more addiction. Even recovery and treatment can create more addiction. Going to church and hearing certain things can create more addiction. You get caught up in a feedback loop. Focusing on sobriety can create more addiction. If you feel like I'm just an addict, nobody will love me as I am, so you go to 12-step, you go to church and you say, I'm going to focus on not being an addict. I'm going to stay sober. I'm going to count my days. I'm going to really make sure that I'm not an addict. It creates this feedback loop of I'm just an addict, and eventually you break, you relapse, and you realize I got to focus again on not being an addict, and it creates this feedback loop of just being an addict. What if you believed you were something else? Quick story: I was doing therapy recently. This guy was having a really hard time connecting to his wife, and he just wasn't empathizing, wasn't holding space for her, wasn't connecting. And I started noticing that with him, and I said, "What's the problem?" He said, "Well, I don't believe in myself. I don't think that I'm enough." And I started to say things to him like, "Well, you need to believe in yourself so that you can connect to your wife." And as I was saying this, I saw him kind of hunker down, like, I know I need to. And what I realized I was doing is I was feeding a feedback loop for him. He believes he's not enough, so I was trying to tell him that he's not good enough so that he'll do something different. But that doesn't work. And I stopped for a second and I said, hang on here. Let's accept you for right where you're at right now. Right where you're at right now, as a son of God, as a person with power, you're okay even though you're not perfect. You're okay. And maybe you can't connect perfectly with your wife right now, but you're okay. Radical acceptance of yourself is the first step to change. If you just focus on the change, then you'll end up with shame, and you'll end up with creating the same thing that you've always created. But if you stop and you say, I really am okay where I'm at, I accept it. I don't like the consequences and the outcomes of my life, but I accept myself right where I'm at, and I love myself right where I'm at, then you can move forward and you can change. So get out of those feedback loops. Telling yourself that you're fat and ugly and unhealthy and going to the gym to try not to be that, ultimately you'll still feel that way about yourself. Accept yourself right where you're at right now. Love yourself, and then go to the gym from that place, right? That's my 2 cents for today, you guys. If you like this video, please share it. And also check out our premium site account on Patreon for more content like this. Have a good day. See you guys.